MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. It's Monday all over again, just like that.
It is. I'm hoping that it brings well days. I'm tired of the sickness.
Is everybody well in your house now?
Everybody's well. Let's hope they stay that way. I was real uneasy about sending him off to school because I know that stuff's still going around, and I really hate for him to, get something else maybe and possibly be sick for the holidays. So
yeah, we don't want
let's
that.
just hope he don't. I just told him, I said, wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize your hands, just please. I said, do you remember how sick you were the other night? Because I felt so sorry for him because he was just like, why do I have to be so sick? It was awful, but anyway.
So that's been going on, and a lot of flu
that's what
mixed
he had.
in this.
He had the flu. It was bad. Yeah.
There is such a thing as that still. I know that a lot of people, anything that happens to you now, they want to go, COVID, but you can still catch a common cold and it turn into flu.
And I guess the only way to be 100% sure of what you have is just to go get tested. So that's what we did because I wanted to know. But
I agree with that. You got to be. And,
yes. But we hope everybody's having a great morning.
And the countdown to Christmas. Let's take a look at what it is.
11 days, 15 hours, 58 minutes, and now 16 seconds.
So are you prepared for this?
I'm hoping today I can, unless something goes awry, I'm hoping I can finish my Christmas shopping today. I hope. We're
going to have some guests. I'm getting it all worked out to come do some Christmas music for us as we head toward the holidays. Got to get in the spirit with some jingle music. So we'll get some of that lined up for everyone. Now, presents all wrapped and under the tree and done?
2.
Pretty. Okay.
They're in bags.
Well, you're ahead of me.
Yeah, because there was a couple of things that couldn't be really wrapped. So I had to put them in a bag.
So what would you say is your most favorite Christmas song of all time?
I love White Christmas.
Which version? Randy Travis, or are you talking Bing Crosby?
Bing Crosby.
Because Randy Travis's White Christmas, which was totally different, was incredible.
Yeah, I don't guess I've ever heard Randy Travis's White Christmas, but I love I love the old Christmas music,
Alan Jackson gets honorable mention with Honky Tonk Christmas. I love that one also. Yeah. But you get into some of the Elvis and Blue Christmas.
Now, I love Blue Christmas too.
Boy, that's one of my favorites. Yeah. But there are standards, chestnuts, roasting by an open fire. But so many of them, the Christmas shoes. I remember that being
that was a good one.
A big one for everybody.
That movie is good. Have you ever seen the little movie?
No, I hadn't.
To that, yeah, it's really good.
Missed that one. Angie Godwin says it's got to be "Oh Holy Night" by John Barry. Now, which version? Y'all remind me. The Judds did a version of "Oh Beautiful Star of Bethlehem." That's what it was.
Mary, Did You Know? I love that one. My son.
Kathy Mateo's version, or
I don't know really. Well, I love Carrie Underwood.
I had to go and say that, didn't I?
Carrie Underwood sings a wonderful version of it. But my son, my little one, he loves it. He loves that song. He sings it all the time. Even when it's not Christmas, he sings it.
And that just made me think of Santa Claus is Back in Town by Elvis. That was, and Dwight done a couple of versions of those also that was just, I wouldn't say just as good, but good in their own way, because you can never knock Elvis. Let's just go ahead and get that straight. There ain't a bad Elvis Christmas song out there.
Oh, I know. But funny Christmas songs, which, I guess we're odd to laugh at it, but it's Grandma Got Ran Over.
Yeah. Santa Claus is watching you, baby. Yeah, It's all over for you. Ray Stevens.
Right. Ray Stevens is a classic for the funny songs.
Oh, they're really good. And then Leroy the Redneck Reindeer, that was always a favorite of everybody's of
I bet
Joe
all
Diffie.
of them would love that one. But I just love all Christmas music. I can't think of really any that I don't like.
I've bumped into some that I really couldn't.
Really?
Pretty Paper being brought up by Betsy.
Pretty.
Now, the Eagles version of Please Come Home for Christmas, if not by Christmas, by New Year's Eve. Boy, good stuff. Santa Can't Stay. Bill Reinhardt likes a little Dwight there. And I do too. Mary, Did You Know? Getting there. Kid songs are the funniest. I
Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus song. That one. That's cute. That's cute.
Or Santa Looked a Lot Like Daddy.
Yeah. Daddy looked a lot like him.
Yeah. And there's the question of who do you like better, Garth's version or the original by Buck Owens?
I like Buck Owen. I mean, I don't know.
Then there's the choice of Christmas Time's a-Coming. You've got Jerry Reed's version, and you've got Sammy Kershaw's, which are really, really close to each other, but both delivered excellent.
Yeah.
I've got some more in my head, and if y'all think of one that y'all like, we'd love to hear from you, because it is fun to reminisce about what you like when it comes to Christmas songs, of which is best. Bill likes Bucks. Let's see, David Allen Coes. What did David Allen sing that's Christmas? I missed that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
There ain't no telling with him.
We have people watching from everywhere this morning. Even Wayne Roberts is in the deer stand, I think I read. I kind of am envious of that, because we haven't gotten to go hunting.
Well, me and Jay was talking about that this morning. We're going to have the drawing coming up. We got all the names for the free mount from the Battle of the Bucks. All you had to do was enter a deer last week, and we got everybody's name in it. But I have not been, because the weather, it's been hot, and I don't want to burn myself out.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think the last couple of days, though, it's been pretty good weather-wise, and the evenings, and I would think the mornings, because it's been cool.
Yeah. Today's best time, when we look at the deer map, is between 9 o'clock and lunchtime. So if you're one of those nooners, this is your day there. Little Drummer Boy. That was not a bad song there. I always like those that touched your heart. John Snyder, who remembers Bo Duke, had a song called Katie's Christmas, and it was about the Christmas cards, where she sends one to her mom and dad. I mean, you listened to that Friday.
Yeah. I had never heard it, and it's a really good song. Yeah, she sent one to her mother, sent one to her daddy or something.
And they all got back together.
Yeah, the parents were, I guess, divorced, separated, something, I don't know.
And you can, and I meant to share this on my page, and I will today because it still exists. Who remembers the song by the Yoppers, I believe is who sang it, The Rusty Chevrolet? I went to IGA in a rusty Chevrolet. It's funny.
I think we listened to that one too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Because you'd never heard
I'd never heard that one either.
That was a midnight. When I started in radio, I'd start at about 12:30, people wanting to hear that. They might have been intoxicated and had a little bit too much eggnog, but that was always a favorite on the overnight shift when I started in radio.
Speaking of eggnog, are y'all eggnog drinkers?
I would get one bottle a year, and I drank about that because it's rich.
I have never tried it. I can't get past the smell of it. It smells like glue to me.
No, it's real sweet and it's
okay.
good.
Maybe I need to try it. I don't know.
But you cannot turn up a whole glass of it.
Oh, my children can.
Ooh.
They don't have alcohol in it.
It gets you high as a Georgia pine.
Well, it smells.
Nah, it ain't bad.
It smells like glue.
You're thinking buttermilk.
Like paste or something.
I personally cannot do buttermilk.
Now, I put buttermilk in my cornbread and in biscuits, and I cook with buttermilk.
Yeah, but drinking it.
No, I'm not a buttermilk drinker.
That's clabbered milk, spoiled milk, isn't it?
My mother loves it. She'll drink a glass of it. I'm not a buttermilk drinker.
My daddy used to talk about when they were young and didn't have much money, they'd take that and cornbard, and because it'd fill you up, they didn't have much.
Yeah. I mean, that was a meal sometimes, or a snack, I should say, not a meal. But I remember my grandparents, they would put milk and bread in a glass and sit there and eat it. So, anyway.
We're getting some Roy Orbison's pretty paper thrown in there. Okay. Yeah, so is Roy's better than Willie's? Oh, and then Jingle Bell Rock. Who couldn't remember Brenda Lee? The song that really made her. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. Let's see. The weekend has come and gone. Let's look at this. As we talk about a few things that happened in our area over the weekend, the Meridian Police Department made an arrest over the weekend. And as we go to this, let's just show you the picture here. This was Frankberry. I got the message of gunshots being flung everywhere early Saturday morning when I was getting ready to track the weather. And they did make an arrest. Broslyn Smith was arrested later that morning out on near Meridian Apartments, Old Meridian Road and Meridian Apartments. I think there were several clips emptied there into a dwelling.
Yeah.
No one was hit, but it's a miracle.
I just don't, I don't know. I don't know.
You know, when you squeeze the trigger on a round, it's a chance that someone will lose their life. And there's so many people that just really don't pay attention to that. Thank heavens nobody was hurt, but it could have been.
Yeah.
There was a home hit earlier. We had shots last night reported in the 6300 block of 31st Place. That would be back behind the skating ring, back up in there off of North Hill Street.
To me, it's just, I know we look at one side of the whole situation and how bad it is. And I mean, it's bad all the way around, but I can't imagine living like that, living in that, having
those
that life,
circumstances.
those circumstances, as far as like, you wonder why people get involved in that kind of stuff and what brings them to it, and do they think there's no other options? I don't know. It's just a sad situation to me.
An accidental shooting also happened over the weekend. As we pull up the map here and we go out in the Zero community out on Mini Farm Road, the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department responded. It was some family members. I don't have all the details, but a gun did go off and someone was wounded. It was not life-threatening, but still a scare regardless of what happens when a bullet comes off.
Yes.
Now, also Saturday morning, it was with that rain, we had so many wrecks in our area. I don't know if you were out and about during all that or not.
No, I think we ran to town and went to like one store, and that was it. I pretty much had a headache all weekend.
A headache?
I think it was the front moving through. The girls at work all had one the day before, and like I got one and kept it all weekend. So.
Lewis Wrecker was busy. I spoke to them several times.
Goodness.
And this was the exit if you're on I-20. And let me show you these pictures of getting off, the circle where you get off to go to Sam's. This is a wreck that happened there on early Saturday morning. Goodness. Now, how you get a truck in between those trees?
I know. I was like, that.
Now, it was also reported this same vehicle had sideswiped a bridge back down the road at 19 where you get on the interstate and then wrecked here. We don't know the circumstances, but that's pretty bad there.
That is. Of
what went on there. Also, North Hills Street where it bumps into Highway 19. It was just a pileup as we go to there. I had pictures sent in from this wreck. Several cars, I think it was 3 cars involved in that one.
Like right before you get to Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that is a bad spot right there. There's so many people going in different directions,
And it can happen like that. And I always say this, y'all know this, when it's that very first part of that rain, we get all of these because it's slick and the oil is out.
Right.
Don't be doing your makeup or talking on your cell phone because it will bite you. That's a few of the wrecks and things that happened over the weekend. Then came the horrifying news. The very first thing that happened was I got a tornado warning from Mississippi, which was in Tishomingo County. Now, I don't think there was any serious damage, but it did a little bit. The National Weather Service will be out surveying. And then we get the messages of, and I think the toll at this point is up to 94 people that have died, perished in this. Yeah,
and that's the ones they know about right now. I think they're still assessing all the damage and finding other, possibly could find other people. It was horrible, though. That if you saw that town of Mayfield, it was almost leveled. It was so bad. And they said that it was, 200 miles?
Yes, the deadliest tornado. As we look through some of these pictures here of what we're taking across America, just horrifying. That's a post office there. Look at the aerial view of that. That once was a Dollar General. It's hard to even tell that now.
Where was it that the Amazon building collapsed?
If you hadn't asked me,
was it Illinois?
Arkansas, I think.
Okay. They said that building had 11 inches of concrete on the walls.
And still did that.
And it still just...
Now, did you listen to the audio of the lady that was trapped in the building?
No.
Touching. And what she was trying to do was keep everybody calm, talking about her birthday, what she wanted. And little did she know on down the hall there would be deaths. But she done a fantastic job of people. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
This was, from all accounts, what I'm understanding, in some areas, an F5. And that is like the highest on it. It's Illinois where that was.
They said this morning that there was a 25-minute warning to the people. I want to say it was maybe in the one that was in Kentucky.
Right.
I want to say. There was a 25-minute warning, but then they give another major warning. Like if there is a tornado right there, and they give another warning, and I think they only had 3 minutes to act by the time they got that one. But I think a lot of people, when they got the 25-minute warning, did go to storm shelters if they had them and stuff like that. But I can't imagine people who, there are people who don't have cell phones and they don't have that warning system. They don't have a weather radio or anything. So I just feel for people like that. As
we go through these pictures, it's just, even Putin sent condolences to the United States. That was shocking. But look at the level of destruction. This is almost like a bomb went off.
It will take so much time to try to come back from that. Just the cleanup will take a long time, and then to rebuild.
Churches, the devastation, these aerial views, and I've got several. Now, to pick a train up and throw it, that is serious. So it's something to look at that. Boom, 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 boom. And the pictures go on and on and on. And there are going to be a lot of people asking for donations, and there are some good places. If you can give clothes, I know in certain areas there in Kentucky, they're asking for work clothes for people to be out to scavenge what they can of what's left of their homes or businesses. Right. We'll keep you posted, and I'll try to get some of those addresses up of what we know is legitimate places to give to. We don't want anybody given to something that could be a scam, but there are going to be a lot of people that need your help. And speaking of that, these are the people here locally that take care of you when it comes to storms like that, the precast group. And when they attack, you just don't know. You have, 20 minutes on that one? Sometimes it's less than that. But the warning levels have gotten better. And this is what saves you right here is these tornado shelters. The precast group builds them. They're solid concrete, solid steel doors. They'll bolt them down. They're solid. And if you'll see many of these homes, this is what's going to be left, all that's there. Get yours today. Talk to them. Very affordable. It's not overpriced. It won't scare you. Talk to them. Put it outside, however you want to do this. The end of the day, it gives you peace of mind. It is the precast group here in Meridian for a tornado shelter. Be prepared for when it attacks your neighborhood. And I say attacks because that's what they do.
Yes.
482-0003. Talk to them today, the precast group.
I've lived in Mississippi my entire life. My earliest memories are right here in Jackson. This used to be my dad's clothing store. I worked here growing up. And this is my first office right out of law school. I know this area, these roads, these people. The people of Mississippi are my people. So when someone from here comes to me for help, I take that personally. Always have and always will. One call, that's all.
As you brought up the Amazon factory, here's a picture of it. Confirmed 6 people died at the Amazon factory. The candle place, I think, took a huge hit there. But you were saying there's GoFundMe set up for these people also?
I know particularly one of them, there was a GoFundMe for this, I think it's this guy. I forget what. Anyway, they have a GoFundMe set up for him.
It's a very serious matter there. And as you were talking a minute ago, it will take months. It will probably take years for a lot of these people to rebuild their lives and get going. At this point, it's just finding a place of shelter. Generators, I'm sure, are very hard to come by in that area right now. If you want to think it's bad when weather turns out here, can you only imagine how it is there? I know one of the things that they said what they need bad is gas. It's just there's no electricity. The power companies are back stringing lines already. I've seen pictures of that. And as we go to that, this brings up this next subject. Biden already pointing blame at tornadoes, saying that it's climate change that caused that. I don't believe that. They've been happening forever. It's a thing of Mother Nature. That is the worst one that's ever hit Kentucky. Ever. It didn't start out that bad, and then as it got closer, it upgraded. We really, in our area, came off very lucky out of this. We had just portions of Mississippi mentioned in it, but it could have been really, really bad.
Yes.
It didn't dip down the worst of it. And it was easy to tell about 7 o'clock that morning that it was not going to come here, that all of it was north of us.
Even in a thunderstorm, you never know when something like that is going to just pop up.
Straight line winds are very common with that and can do just a lot of damage.
Well, severe thunderstorms, stuff like that can just pop up, and you have little to no warning.
You're right.
So it's a scary thing. And like I was telling you a little while ago, there was someone, I know a lot of people who don't have storm shelters will go in their bathrooms. And I've always heard that is a safer place to go. And I think there was a family, and it's just amazing that they were okay. But a family of 5 had gone into a bathroom in their home when this happened, and they were all sucked out of the bathroom, but they all were okay.
Whew.
But can you imagine going through that? That would just be horrific.
It takes young, it takes old, any age.
Right.
I saw where a judge, a small child was killed. Williams said a train weighs 100 tons, and the storm's got it.
You know, it really aggravates me when we hear about Biden mentioning it was climate change. I mean, can we just take a break from the climate change in the midst of all the tragedy that's going on and just give your support? I don't know. It makes me wonder if he'll even go.
What is that old saying? And I'm going to say it wrong, but I'm going to try it. Never let a bad situation or a whatever ruin a political agenda. They always try to attach something there.
Right, yeah. Use it to press forward with their whatever they're trying to press forward with.
Right. Their agenda,
yes.
so to speak. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
Horrible to do things like that. But Lord willing, they're going to put their lives back together.
Yes.
Hopefully everybody's insurance payments were up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, hopefully so. And I know they said that the adjusters were having a time trying to take care of everything. Can you imagine an adjuster's life right now trying to get all that stuff situated? But they did say this morning that people, if you have damage, you could possibly take pictures of the damage. If you have before pictures and then after pictures, go ahead and take pictures of everything right now if you can, and just have that in your possession. Just
smart
in case.
to do it. As LaWanda says, we've always had tornadoes, and we always will. That is true. Biden at the top of the list, and I did see, where is that? I'll get to it. Here it is right here, I think. Approval rating of Biden, believe it or not, has slipped even further. Now showing in the latest poll down to 28% approval. I think that's even lower than they tried. As much as the media was against Trump, I think that's lower than Trump ever was.
Right.
That's down there. The next subject, when we deal with all of this, they're telling our vice president that she needs to focus on being vice president. Her ratings are in the low 20s or 25-ish, somewhere along in there.
Yeah.
But they say she's so focused on that she's going to take over the presidential duties that she's not doing her vice presidential duties.
Well, don't you think that was probably a focus from the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was probably in her sights from the very beginning. But yeah, she has not done a job that she should have.
And this is an opinion, nothing to back this up, but I think the common sense of America would agree with me on this. I don't think either one of them are calling the shots on either one of their jobs. They're being controlled by somebody else, a group, so to speak, and tells them what to do and how they can do it. As we all hear the earpieces of Joe, I'm not supposed to say that. That's passed along to him every day.
This is my thought. I feel like there's 2 different people or groups or whatever. I feel like there's one person who's calling the shots. There's another one backing them financially.
Yeah.
And you can just imagine, who those people might be.
The Republican side, it's always been the Koch brothers. You always wanted their endorsement for their financial backing. And if you don't think people like that don't call in favors later, run for an office.
Well, we think about how many people were bussed in during the election, or the, what would you call it, the campaigning process, all these people that were bussed into areas. And so
we'll see where all this goes. But that's the latest of what we're seeing out of Washington with dealing with all of that. Let's see here. This comes to us out of Arkansas this morning. And it just really, let me just show the picture of this. This was put up at an IHOP. And they basically said, the reason we're not open is your president. He gave away too much free money and no one will come to work, so we can't open our doors because we don't have any employees to open up early. Not enough employees. Some were mad, some were agreeing with them. I don't know how you feel, but you have to say that the IHOP owners of that particular restaurant in Arkansas for being, honest with people.
Right. I mean, if you need a job, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get one right now. There's so many people hiring.
Right. And if you haven't had a chance, and let me show you this, you need to visit my Facebook page. I got this loaded. Just let me slide up so I can show you a picture of what you're looking for. If you don't have Facebook or YouTube, grab that. But I loaded this just a little bit ago. And where did it go? You know, I don't. There it is, but it's not showing right. Miss Mississippi, Holly Brand is there, and she done the talent portion of Miss America last night. She represented us well. She sang "House of the Rising Sun."
Right, and if you did not know, she's from Meridian.
Yeah, incredible. And if you want to hear it, we posted that just a little bit ago. It's an incredible version there. She is so fantastic and representing us well as she heads off for the Miss America Pageant. I think it will go live on Thursday on the Peacock Network as they will announce who the winner is.
Would that be the 16th? What would the day be?
That looks like, the 16th is
16th,
Thursday.
Yes.
I always have to turn around and look at that.
They're having the preliminaries, right now. So yesterday and today is the way I understood it.
Yeah.
So.
Big week for her. That's a big honor to represent us, and she is doing so well at representing us there. And give her your support there. Right. Now, our next thing we want to do is go back to Arkansas, because this is becoming a fad across America of helping others at Christmas. A group of realtors in Bentonville, Arkansas, that's the home of where the home office of Walmart, got together. They called a restaurant and said, hey, if we come, does the waitress get the tip or does she have to split it? The restaurant reassured them that whatever you give to your waitress, they get to keep. And so they go. They eat, and then they present the waitress. Everybody there had to give $100. They gave $4,300 to the waitress. She is then told by management of the restaurant that, no, you've got to split that with everybody. So the realtor goes back and goes, I want my tip back then. So they get it back, and they give the tip to the young lady outside of the restaurant. She is then promptly fired by the restaurant for getting the money. And America is not having it.
No, that is awful.
The name of the restaurant where it all happened is...
I mean, would she normally have to split her
No,
tips?
that's not, because they called ahead.
Yeah. So then why would they make her do that?
It was at the Oven and Tap in Bentonville, Arkansas. And, of course, that's where Walmart is from, their home office. But this is the young lady here, and she's getting the money. Let me pull that up there. That was her getting it. And she was so touched.
Yeah.
And then to have that taken away was wrong. And then to be fired, I think there's probably laws against that.
Yeah. I had seen on one of the local sites the other day where it was like locally, I think they were trying to get a group up. I think they actually went the other day and did something similar to this somewhere. And they were trying to get another group up to possibly do it again. I think it's a great thing to give like that,
It is.
So wrong for them to fire her. That was awful.
It is, and you'll hear more about this in the news coming later. $4,400. That's life changing for somebody that doesn't. You make $2 an hour.
Yeah.
And y'all know where I'm coming from. You've been there. Right. And it is, as Angela said, shame on them. They should be ashamed for doing that. You're going to be made famous for sure.
I mean, I'm sure it made other people jealous if they were that type of person, I mean, I would have been happy for somebody. Of course, if you're another waitress or waiter, I'm sure you're like, gosh, I wish that would have been me. But still, that's just the way luck goes sometimes.
It is. We found out yesterday morning, live on the air from Fox News, that Chris Wallace was leaving. And I don't think a tear was shed across America of Fox News watchers. I think they were like, yay, he's out of there. He was there for 18 years and very, what I would call, on the liberal side of newscasting. He was not a Trump fan by any means.
He's joining CNN.
Yes. It'll be their virtual. It was no shock. You didn't even have to read, I'm going for other adventures. You could stop and know where he was headed. Right. Now, is he going to save CNN? Their ratings are at an all-time low. No, because no one's following him over there.
Well, I saw last night I cannot remember the guy's name. I know his face. I can't remember his name. And if any of the other people saw it, let us know. There was another anchor, and I could swear he was from CNN, it said, that was leaving, and he gave a statement. And it was a very bold statement that he gave as to why he was leaving, that, he just felt like it was his time to go, and I just can't remember the name.
So if you know that, pass that along so we can tell everybody. But Chris Wallace, not a fan of the folks that really watch Fox News that were former fans or fans of the Trump administration. He did not like them. He was he had a different agenda, so to speak.
Right.
He was not going to be a guest on Tucker Carlson.
Brian Williams, it's MSNBC, excuse me. Yeah.
That's why I would know the name.
That's why I
never
messed
watched.
up. It was not CNN. It was MSNBC.
MSNBC. Right. It seemed like
But he
there
gave
was,
a bold statement as to why he was leaving.
Brian Williams is not that guy that used to years ago with Katie Couric that was on. And that's Bryant Gumbel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he's not even in the news anymore, is he?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I know she's been in the news. She's made a lot of people upset by some
Which
of the
one's
stuff she
that?
said. Katie Couric.
Oh yeah.
Couric. Is that her?
Yeah, however you say her name,
Couric.
she is not. Yeah, she is not one of our favorites there
Right.
across America right now. We've got more coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace as we begin your Monday morning. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go down and talk about some things that happened in history on this date. All of that is right around the corner. Stay close.
The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville are passing along these great savings. Fresh tomatoes, 4-pound pack, $1.79. Starkist tuna, 79 cents for a 5-ounce can. Fresh cuties, a 3-pound bag, only $6.99. 12-pack Coca-Cola products, 2 for $10. Kraft mac and cheese, 7.25 ounce, only $1. And certified Angus beef T-bone steak family pack, $9.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
This is almost like a pancake kind of morning with certain biscuits and that kind of a morning. Hate I've missed out on that.
I tried some homemade biscuits yesterday.
Tried to make them, or
Well,
did
I
you?
made some. They didn't taste bad.
How'd
They look
look?
like cookies.
Were they thick and fluffy?
No, they were thin. I didn't make my dough thick enough. Like when I pressed it out, I pressed it too thin. And so anyway, and two, I didn't cook them on a high enough temperature. So I had not made them in a while. I've never been the greatest at making them anyway. So.
Well, I'll tell you, back in the day when I would spend the night with Mike Warren, his mama, when we were teenagers, could make biscuits when we'd go hunting like nobody's business. Miss Peggy, they were good. Mr. Henry and them enjoyed all of that. It was at freezing when you woke up this morning. 33 at NA down at Key Field. NAS Meridian was at 30. So temperatures were below freezing around town.
Yeah.
And had to scrape those windshields to get going.
I had heavy frost on my car this morning.
As we say, burr. All right, let's see what happened on this date. Who remembers, and this would be the beginning of the separate beds on television, as Dick Van Dyke could not sleep in the same bed with Mary Tyler Moore because that was a no-no back then.
Yeah.
He's celebrating a birthday today and still doing good. The last report of him that I saw, he was out handing out money to homeless people.
Yes.
A good guy. And I would learn to know him through Chitty Chitty Bang Bang like many other kids. You may not remember the name if I were to say it, but when I show this guy's face, you're going to go, oh, yeah, I remember him. He was always on TV shows. Who remembers Hollywood Squares? Y'all remember that? John Davidson was born in 1941 on this day. He was also on that show. That's incredible.
Okay, yeah. I remember him. Yes, I wonder if he's still living.
I think. I don't want to go out on too far of a limb there because I didn't look that up. But birthday for sure, John Davidson. As we go back, you cannot not know this guy.
Yeah.
Ted Nugent celebrating a birthday today, and I know he's alive because he's always tweeting.
Yeah, he's very bold at the things he says. I mean, he don't care who likes it and who don't. So.
Now, let me be honest about this. Did Ted Nugent sing, or was he just a guitar player?
I really don't even know that.
I just know he was in some type of rock band, Ted Nugent, and I remember I had a cousin that really thought it was cool, that was listen to Kiss and stuff like that, and I'd kind of look at him. But I don't know what he's saying, but Ted Nugent, outdoorsman and an activist now, I guess you could sort of, conservative activist.
Yeah.
Down that road. We all know this guy. I don't care what genre of music you listen to, but Randy Owen is celebrating a birthday, born in 1949 on this date, and he's just as happy being with his cows on his farm nowadays as he is performing. He really set a new standard for country music back in the 80s.
Yeah.
They kept trying to make him quit jumping on stage because country music artists didn't do that.
Yeah. Talking about the Ted Nugent guy.
Uh-huh.
You know, the other day I saw this meme, and it was about Beth Dutton. It said, all I want for Christmas. Have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
All I want for Christmas is for Beth Dutton to spend one day on The View. And then, look, I'd like to see Ted Nugent go on the View.
Oh, that would be good. Britt says that Ted does sing.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
Cat Scratch Fever. You've heard that song,
Yeah, I've heard the title. I wouldn't know it.
Sounds like they're screaming it. Yeah.
That'd probably be why I've never listened to it. Cat Scratch Fever. I see John Davidson is alive and he's 80.
80 years old.
Bet he doesn't look like that picture anymore, does he?
That's what I was wondering. I don't know. Why do we do that? I do that all the time. Like, I always pull up somebody just to see what they look like in their older years,
Raquel Welch, still looking good.
She is pretty.
You can't help but still.
She is a pretty lady.
She shares close to the same plastic surgeon as Dolly, I'm sure.
Probably.
You don't look like that. There's a big story on that. We need to cover that one day. The girl, Curtis, what's her, Jamie Lee Curtis, says that America is really losing touch with who they are by doing it. The natural beauty of people are going away because of politicians. You can't age gracefully, and she disagrees with it. She says, don't do it.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen, on one hand, I think it's great that people, try to keep themselves up, because there are people that look like they just rolled out of bed, and that's fine, whatever. But,
So would you consider as you get older plastic surgery to pull it all back?
I don't know. I know that I don't like the different things happening as I get older, like gaining weight. I mean, but I'm just glad to be alive.
I'm sending out a SOS message to your husband. Your 401k will be gone in plastic surgery before long.
No. I just think that, I think a little bit of something here and there, but some people get carried away with it. But I think it's kind of like tattoos, though. People get addicted to it.
They do.
You get one tattoo, and I've heard of people, I got to get another one. I got to get another one. I got to get another one. And that's fine, whatever people like. But the same thing, I think, goes for plastic surgery sometimes.
Now, and I mean, no disrespect for what I'm fixing to say. If you wear tattoos, that's fine.
No, yeah.
But as a kid, and the young lady that I was talking to had a tattoo, and she didn't like me after me and her talked. When I was growing up, only a sailor, nobody I knew had a tattoo but a sailor.
It's a big thing now.
That was it. And she didn't like it that I pointed out that you wasn't supposed to do that then. And in my mind, it's still then.
Yeah. We have 5 children between us, 4 of them have tattoos. So,
well, there you go. But that was not a thing when I was growing up. It was sailors, and you spoke dirty words back then. I always heard that sailors cuss and got a tattoo.
I know, but like plastic surgery and stuff like that. I mean, it's really just whatever somebody wants to do. I have just seen some bad stuff go wrong with plastic surgery. Well, tattoos too. People spell stuff wrong. That would be horrible.
Bill said he's got one. He's an ex-sailor. So see there, you can have that because you're a sailor.
It is kind of funny to see some stuff, though, like people get tattoos. And have you ever seen, like, pictures of stuff that was spelled wrong? Like somebody had
regret.
No regrets, but it said no regrets.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That'd be awful.
And then I have seen so many people, and y'all know this happens, to where they got to put that boyfriend, girlfriend, or wife right up on them, and then they run off.
Well, look, I think I've told this story before, but we were at a ball game one time. And there was a guy in the bleachers, and he had all these women's names all around his neck. I mean, a lot of them. And I don't know what that was about, but there was one woman that had her name scratched through, but only one woman. It's like, that had to have been a bad,
yeah, it ended bad.
Woman right there.
Tina says she's got a couple there.
Yeah.
Also, I remember I was about 15 years old. I went to the Ralph Morgan Rodeo, and it was flooding rain. And out in the middle of the arena steps this guy. And it was John Anderson. He's celebrating a birthday today. Born in 1954, went to Nashville and helped put on the roof of the Coliseum there in Nashville. That's how you got to start. Country Music Hall of Fame.
I had a Just a Swingin'.
Well, I think we all did.
T-shirt. It said Just a Swing. Had him sitting on a porch swing.
Oh, what's that line? I saw flaking paint and a broken window pane, a mailbox barely standing by the drive. I can almost read the name. And that was that's what I liked about country, because it painted a picture.
Right.
That Johnson boy was asking if the kids could come and play. And I said, I guess not. I guess not today. And the name of that song was I Just Came Home to Count the Memories. And how many times has that happened to people?
Yeah. And there's still some songs out there that tell a story and, have a good storyline. And, but a lot of things now are just repetitive noise, just repetitive stuff, and just, I don't know. They remind me of other kinds of music besides country. It just doesn't seem
Rap. There's rap in country. Let's go ahead and call it what it is. I was a kid, but I did recognize this from other formats, and he was from Meridian, Mississippi, and he has a birthday today. Romeo's theme, Steve Forbert, was born in 1954 on this date. Who doesn't remember that song, Romeo's theme? I couldn't sing it to you if I had to, but I do know it existed. I remember in high school, there was a group of kids that listened to this type of music. Morris Day and the Time. Couldn't tell you a song that they sang, but they were popular with other kids. 1957, he was born on this date. Did you listen to any of that?
I don't think so.
Morris Day and the Time.
I don't know what he...
1967, this comedian was born, and he's done a lot of acting since then. Jamie Foxx was born on this date. I like him. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he'd be 54.
With the
54
was it?
now.
Yeah.
He was funny. He's dating, you know who he's dating? Katie, what's Tom Cruise's ex-wife?
Couldn't tell you.
His name
I only
is-
know Katie
He's dating
Couric.
her. Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
know
I
all
can't
that.
get that out of my head now. Katie
That's
Couric.
stuck.
Okay.
1972, you woke up to the number one song in America, as I get the untwisted tongue there. It was Charlie Pride, and You Gotta Kiss an Angel Good Morning. One of my favorites.
That's a good song. Yeah. I love Charlie Pride.
Oh,
I
he's
used to love
good.
listening to him.
1989, you would see it in theaters. It would open today, and you'll still watch it today. It comes on, and you can't help but watch it. A Mississippian was in it, starring Driving Miss Daisy, premiered on this date back in 1989.
He's a great actor.
Oh, yeah, that was a good show, too.
Yes.
Let's see, also on this date, 1989, Taylor Swift was born. I can only tell you about that Tim McGraw song. I tuned out after that, but she's done a bunch since then, I hear. 2000 was the year that we all learned about Chads, and it was finally.
The hanging Chad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally on today, Al Gore goes, well, I lost. Whew, glad that was over.
Yeah.
And then in 2003, this guy, after hiding for a long, long time, was finally captured. Saddam Hussein, or Saddam, maybe is how you do it.
Now, was he captured or was
Captured.
he killed? Okay.
He was captured, and then later he would be executed, but he was captured on this date.
Okay.
And he would swing and swing quickly later on, and there's a video of that out there also. It happened quick and ferocious. 2010, the number one song, Van Perry, If I Die Young, was number one across America in country music. And that's a trip down memory lane. Maybe some of those things you remember. Some of it brought a smile to your face, and you go, oh, yeah, I remember all of that. So I hope so. As we get ready for Christmas, don't forget that, well, if you need something clean, these are the folks to come do it. With all the activities going on for Christmas and New Year's, make sure yours is clean and spotless. The Goblin Cleaning Services. They can help you out at 253-8262. Go through and find out why so many people use this, whether it's brick on your home or your office building, or if you've got vinyl siding with rust mixed in. Soft washing, low pressure. They'll restore the look of your home or business in no time flat. They'll even do window cleanings. I know you've heard Florence say she didn't clean windows, but they do.
Yeah.
Metal buildings, they'll look new again. All rust removal makes it look great. And roofs put back to the way they used to look.
Yeah.
Let me reword that. See them. Low pressure, soft doing, whether it's a shingle, a slate, an asphalt roof, and also driveways and anything made of brick. Or maybe you've got rock. They do all of this. Puts it back spotless. Make your parking lot look good. Goblin Cleaning Service, they'll help you out there. 253-8262 is the number.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
I'm JC from Starkville, Mississippi, and it took one call, and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Swartz, and he got me $200,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Welcome back with Scotty Ray Candace. This morning travels on. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court has spoken. There's going to be a few that don't like what they have to say, but they are saying that schools cannot mandate school children wearing masks in school. It's okay if you want your kid to, but they're not going to let the schools get away with going, you got to wear it in the class.
Right.
So that's going away. And we're going to see more of this. All of these mandates aren't going to stick because it's your right as an American to choose with what you want to do. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking someone for a week or so, go, hey, we got a lot of sickness, wear one.
Right.
But when
I
you
don't either.
force, you can't do business here.
I just think that, I think it's great to just be able to choose, what you want to do.
I don't know if it's just me or maybe other people are like me. Maybe I got sinus problems and I don't know it, but when I get a mask on, I cannot get enough air in. I literally cannot. It's a panic feeling.
I hated telling my son to wear his mask. I'm like, wear it all day. I said, take a break every now and then, breathe, but pull it back up because I don't know. It just makes me. I think it could help because last year when we all were in masks, the flu didn't seem as rampant. Maybe it does help a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, when you wear them though, it can make you feel physically ill.
I just can't get enough in. But
I hated,
not everybody's like me.
Right. I just hated to keep him out because he missed all last week. But anyway, yeah, it does make you feel bad though. I've worn them all day at work, and I have to go outside. If you do have to wear them, go outside, take a break every now and then, pull it down, breathe, because just continually wearing it all day, breathing in your own carbon dioxide or whatever.
Right.
Give you a headache.
There you go.
Yes.
The Democrats, for years upon years and generations upon generations, had counted the Latinos as being a part of them, that they would vote for them regardless. That's not the case anymore as polls come out and realize they are no longer majority Democrat.
Yeah.
A lot of them like, Trump, and they're voting Republican now. Mm-hmm. So all is out, and, we'll see how that turns out in the polls. In a year? Yeah, we're coming up. Well, you can almost say within a year, because 22 is just, can y'all believe that?
I know.
Lord, we're 2 weeks away.
I know it. Yes.
Newsom, California, they're up to something. As Texas wrote up the law to ban abortions, they're going to try to rewrite this to ban guns in California. We'll watch this closely. If more comes of it, we'll pass that news along to you. But watch California. They're up to more. If you live in California and don't agree with it, it might be time to choose another location to move to, is the best I can tell you.
Yeah.
We do have people that watch from California. This is pretty neat story here. As this guy, you can Google this and find it very easily. There's a YouTuber that goes out and looks for cold case files. And they go look rivers and ponds for things, and they did find a car from 21 years ago. It was in Tennessee. As they pulled the car out, and this has happened twice here recently. Here's the picture of the car that they pulled out. There were bodies inside the car, and the police are investigating. They will go through this. You can watch the whole thing on his YouTube channel. Yeah. Interesting. Was it last week that the Auburn University, after 45 years, was found?
Yeah. Yeah.
And also in a river, somebody was fishing and saw a car and called the police.
And you wonder, did they just run off in there? Was there foul play? I mean, you don't ever know. I guess they'll.
Yeah, this is the two that went missing from there. So sad. And but it's good that somebody does that. He's got a lot of followers.
Because don't you know that their families have wondered all these years?
It's better to know than not know.
Right.
Without a doubt. People
closure. To get some kind of closure.
What do you do when you can't outdo your neighbor? When they just have way too many lights and you can't compete? Well, this is what you do. Here's a picture of this. And you just go, ditto.
Yeah. That's cute.
15,000 lights on their neighborhood there.
Goodness, I wonder if that's the Griswolds that live
That's
there.
what it almost looks like there. But hopefully you've had a chance to drive around and see a few of these Christmas lights in the area. A lot of people are getting theirs up. And blow-up things are really popular this year.
Yeah, we went one time, but I want to go back, see more. Because, it was real early in the season.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I feel like people have gotten theirs up a little bit more. But
Michigan is hoping to, and maybe this will jar Americans, to watch your kids closer. Michigan, where the parents were charged, they were on the lam of the school shooter. They're charging the parents, and the prosecutors are there saying they want to set an example and show this will happen to you, and that's why they're doing this, to where it will hopefully make parents more responsible for their children to know what they're doing at all times.
yeah.
They're saying, maybe it'll set a new record. We'll see. We'll watch that also there as we watch things. And I know you've heard the name Julian Assange. WikiLeaks.
Yes.
He has had a stroke in prison in another country. His fiancée is blaming the stress caused by the U.S. extradition battle. They want to bring him here bad. He did expose. Now, don't get me wrong, did some of the things he do wrong, but he did expose a lot of people that you never would have known the truth about had he not done what he did.
Yeah.
It was always interesting there to read those emails as they were coming out. Just what, back in 16 or 15 was all that was going on. But there's a lot of people that want him to go away. And he, like Epstein, is a miracle that he's still around.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering. I haven't heard very much about that case lately.
It's been very quiet.
Yeah, Ghislaine or whatever her name is, Maxwell case.
Yeah. I have no way of saying that name properly.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
just
her department.
I'm just wondering what's going on with it. That's kind of hush hush too. And I mean, we can just imagine why. Because there's probably a lot of high profile people involved in that. So, but I would love to know.
We all would, but very unlikely that the truth will ever come out of that. Sometimes the truth is sad, but I believe that is it. Here's a headline for you, and I won't comment on it other than the headline itself. 007 could be non-binary. Okay, and the rest of the headline reads, Britain's most famous spy could in the future be someone who considers himself neither male or female. Yeah. Y'all, let that sink in.
I'm so sick of all this mess.
We had some deaths over the weekend with stars. Days of Our Life star Rhonda Stubbins has passed away. She was only 60.
Goodness.
And if you're wondering what she looked like, let me show you. This is from the New York Post here of what she looked like. Bless her heart. That was a headline. We've also lost the singer of the Monkees. Do y'all remember the group, the Monkees? Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. The lead singer has passed away from that. And 78 years old, Michael Nesmith, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, passed away over the weekend. And also a famous author, Annie Rice, passed away at the age of 80, who wrote the movie, or the book rather, Interview with a Vampire. One of our local guys, and I made a call to him last night, didn't get him, interviewed her not long ago, a local podcaster, and we're going to see if Hank can come out and talk with us about his interview that he had with her. Very interesting to talk to somebody who wrote such a big novel. So we'll see if Hank is not busy and can come by and speak with us about that. A few of the headlines that are shaking this morning across America as we dig deeper into this. We got some more stories coming up here in just a few moments. Let's head down to the farm supply. They opened up at 7:30 this morning. If you need anything farm related, okay, oh yeah, just about anything you can think of. They've been doing it since 1932. They have plenty of Christmas trees and decorations throughout the halls there. Drop in and see all that. You need a bow, some jam, they've got that for you.
Candles. That's right.
And I guess, what do you call those? Is that just balls? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, but they tie them like on a garland or something, I guess.
Okay, and you can decorate them and hang them anywhere in your house you want. Huh,
have the glamour wash.
Yeah. Check them out. Any T-shirts, blue jeans that you're looking for. They've got a full department of clothing there for you at the farm supply. Even hard to find overalls. If you need a pair of overalls, go by and see them. Blue jeans, hats, sunglasses. They've got all this for you.
Carhartt pants.
Yeah. Boy, those are tough, too. I like them.
Yeah. The sweatshirts are good, too. They're real sturdy, thick sweatshirts.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah.
And we can't forget work boots. If you need a good pair of Georgia boots, they've got them with other brands as well. If you need any saddle soap, yeah, they got that. Anything when it comes to deer hunting, they are your deer attracted headquarters that they can fix you up. If you need a new tent, a new blind, they've got these set up. And, of course, deer feeders there all around. So much to see and do. Browse around, take a look at the cameras, see them. You'll find something that you're looking for, including corn and a whole lot more. Seed, feed, and, well, it's all there, including puppy supplies, guns, and ammo. Where? The Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Exit 151, just off the interstate.
I'm Janet from Jackson, Mississippi, and it took one call, that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz. He got me $377,250.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Somebody said there's a lack of dog food. I wasn't aware of that.
I had heard that a couple of different times, So I don't know.
We've been having that talk with old Sophie here the last couple of days. Tyson gave her some medicine, and she's not real happy about having to take a pill each day. So it's a trick.
I don't blame her. I don't like taking a pill either.
I took a piece of meat and put in it, and she figured out there was a pill in it and spit it out last night. Angie outsmarted me by putting Miracle Whip on it and putting it in there, and it stuck to the meat, and she ate it.
Oh.
So that worked.
Yeah. Goodness.
Have you tried the peanut butter tip?
Huh?
The peanut butter thing with your dog?
No,
It was somebody that was trying to give their dog a haircut and couldn't get their dog to stand still.
Mm-hmm.
So they took cellophane and wrapped around their head and put peanut butter on their head. And while they cut, the dog just continuously licked the head.
Oh my gosh, that would be weird.
It's pretty clever.
That'd be weird. I have seen
Works for
people
men,
give
too.
a dog peanut butter though, and it like sticks to the roof of their mouth or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. The funniest video I ever saw was when somebody gave a dog a lemon.
I've
Have you
never
ever seen
seen
that? There's a video that's circulating from years ago, I think. It was a bulldog, and these girls were at the beach, and they gave the dog a slice of a lemon, and it would bite on the lemon for a second, and it'd shake its head, and it'd bite on the lemon and shake its head.
I don't blame it.
Funny, though.
That
It's
is
cute.
better. You know, there's a lot of people that love lemon in their sweet tea, but I'm not that guy.
My grandson
Yeah.
can take a lemon wedge and eat it to just the skin of the lemon and never make a face.
That's
I've
like-
never in my life seen, I know that's not good for his teeth, but
Well,
so
what about
I-
the people that can grab an onion and bite into it like an apple?
My papa was like that. He could eat an onion like an apple with his milk and bread. He would eat it. I don't know how people do it.
Not this brown
I can't
cow.
cut one up without like crying. Like yesterday, I made some chicken tortilla soup,
Yeah.
and I had to cut an onion up, and it was just about to kill me. But
That stuff is strong. As we look at this, Jana Duggar, another Duggar, is in trouble. And I don't quite understand everything, but she's been charged. You know, it's her brother that went to jail with endangering the welfare of a child and has taken a plea deal. Happened.
I wonder what she did.
Going to have to dig deeper into this one. That broke over the weekend, and I didn't get a chance to dig deep enough into that. But serious charge for the Duggars. We'll find out more about that. Let's see. More and more of these smash and grab, or you want to call them flash mobs, happen across America. This time, they were showing Lamborghinis. $8 million worth of watches were stolen. And as you look at the pictures, this is how it all happens, where they go in and break and walk out.
And I guess it's somebody just standing over here watching it happen.
Yeah, they were. I guess they're scared. I don't know the answers to that. This continues to be a problem across America. What happens when somebody does go to jail? This happened years ago where a woman was being hounded by somebody, terrorizing her. He was arrested, went to jail. I think he had other crimes. He was in jail for 20 years. He gets out, and he goes and kills her. So when they notify you that you've seen it in the movies that somebody's getting out that you testified against, pay attention. That was in D.C. is where that happened.
Goodness.
Heartfelt for that family. Also, we had another death. You remember, you've heard of Publix, haven't you?
Yes.
The lady that inherited all of that from her father has passed away over the weekend at 65. That was a big retail giant. They made tons of money off of that one there. As we come up on the top of the hour, we did have a good time this weekend. Everybody that went out to the Collinsville Christmas Parade. That was a big one there. I got to watch it. I didn't get to attend, but I saw so many pictures from people that went out.
Yeah, I didn't get to go either. I mean, I had like I said earlier, I wasn't feeling too hot.
You didn't even
with a
poke
headache.
that toe out, huh?
I didn't even put makeup on this face yesterday, and everybody that knows me knows if I didn't put some makeup on. I know my husband's like, will you please just
I'm
go
going to
in
get him to
brush
send
your hair?"
pictures so we can share this.
Yeah. He didn't ever say anything, but I could just imagine. He's probably like, will you just go brush your hair? Like,
Well, I think most Americans, when they really, truly don't feel well,
Yeah.
and you've all seen them, they're parading around stores in pajamas.
oh, yeah.
You didn't have to go
House
get a bag of
shoes.
ice, no, did you?
No, I didn't.
You see that, boy, like on Thanksgiving when about that 9 a.m. hour where people are searching for that last-minute item there for something they got to have to cook. Them jammies are out all over town.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to go get my daughter in Starkville yesterday, but she's not feeling well either. So I think she said she tested positive for flu last week. So I'm hoping she's feeling better. I have not spoke to her this morning. But
Take more Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus. It seems to cure most all problems that I have. My wife says I'm going to die from them.
take your vitamin C and your vitamin D for sure to try to boost your immune system some kind of way.
And I never remember to take vitamins. I know there's
Yeah.
people out there that take them every single day, but I'm that guy that, well, I've lost my Fred Flintstone bottle and I don't know where it is.
Well, everybody was really, pushing the vitamin regimen with the COVID stuff, and a lot of people are still doing that. So
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing.
Well, thank y'all for coming by and spending part of your day with us. Couldn't have done it without you. We're coming back in the morning. Y'all have a wonderful day from Scotty Ray Candace.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by